Hey, happy Homebrew Wednesday! How's it going, guys? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Homebrew with Big Sagoo. Well, this week, what have I been up to? One of the things I've been up to, although it's not clear yet, it's a little cloudy still. This is my mulled cider. The last mulled cider I did was effectively a test batch, a test gallon. This is the big stuff, the 21 litre that I've just done. It's sitting over there in secondary just now. So, this again is just made with apple juice from concentrate, and I put in some sugar as well to whack up the ABV, mulling spices, etc. And it was fermented out. It came out at 11.2%, which is serious amount of alcohol, 11.2. And as I did with the test batch, I boiled down more concentrate based apple juice to effectively take the water back out of the concentrate, I suppose. Which left me with, I boiled down 5 litres in total, which gave me just under a litre of concentrate. And I put in the back sweetening chemicals. You've got potassium sorbate, sodium metabisulfate, into my secondary, mix that around. It's no longer fermenting. Put the concentrate into the cider, and hey presto. Whilst not clear, and I have put finings into it already, so there is a good layer of sediment at the bottom, but it's going to take a little while longer to clear completely. This is what I've got, and you know what? It's pretty good. It's actually not as dry as the original one. Strangely, even before the back sweetening, it had a little, I wouldn't say sweetness to it, but it definitely wasn't as tart as the previous one. So, 17, cheers. Now I don't know precisely how strong this is now, because I've back sweetened it. I've put in roughly a litre of the concentrate to sweeten it and give it extra flavouring. I don't have an accurate gauge really, but I think it's going to be just over 10%. I can't think that putting a litre into 21 litres is going to reduce 11.2% ABV liquid by any more than 1%, really. So it's going to be about 10%, probably just over, I would have thought. Well, I'm enjoying this. This is good stuff. Hopefully be able to bottle that the weekend. Just bought some white grape juice. Oh, and while I'm on that grapey subject, let me just say that I was drinking a bottle of wine tonight. It was made by a good friend of mine, Mr. Lee Kirby, and he made it just from fermenting grape juice. I think he put in some sugar and he used champagne yeast, and you know what? It came out pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. It was a little acidic, not hugely. Had some good flavour to it. It's been in my drinks cabinet for about 2 months now, just because it has, because I've got a shitload of booze, I suppose. But it was really good and I enjoyed it. And that was his very first attempt at making any kind of alcohol, well, wine. He's done cider before. But yeah, his first attempt at wine, very good, excellent. Keep that shit up, Lee. Brew some excellent wine, and hope your next batch is improving on that even more. Personally, I'm doing a wine at the moment for it's meant to be for a gift. I'm going to hopefully get about 5 bottles out of it, and I have been using some French oak chips. I have, yeah. Hold on a second. Let me just quickly get this down. Here's Big Secuse homebrew related jazz. This is one of my fermentation vessels. You can get about 9 litres in that. And while I'm on the subject, and I'm rambling on, and my apologies, I got a big ass paddle. I'm going to paddle your ass. I'm going to paddle your ass. See? It's for mixing. Been using a serving spoon previous to that. Got some stuff from Homebrew, a homebrew related website recently. Got some finings. Just used that in some of my cider. 99 pence per unit. And do you know what? It was called simplynatural.co.uk, I think it was, but very reasonable postage and pricing. So, in my latest wine, I've used some of this. French oak chips. Now, anyone who's ever used or ever done a wine kit, a 7-day wine kit, or maybe any other kind of wine kit, I don't know, but it usually includes these. And it seems really bizarre. Here's the packet that I opened earlier. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Whew. So, let's see, can you see that? Look. There you are. It's sawdust. It's sawdust. You pour this into your brew. Weird shit. Tell me about it. It's literally sawdust. Now, before you go traipsing off to B&Q to go and buy some wood and saw it up to put it into your wine or whatever, my understanding is that you can't just get any old wood and chop it up and put it in your beer. Well, you could, but it's not necessarily going to be that safe or taste that great. So French oak chips are made of a certain specific type of oak. I think it's white oak. I think they're made of largely barrels, ground down barrels. I think that's where they come from. So I've used that in some red wine, red grape juice, bit of sugar. Got the OG up to, I think it was 108.0, 108.2, something like that. And it's fermenting away just now, and hopefully that's going to come out with some pretty damn good tasting wine. And also in from the homebrew place. Now, you'll remember from last Homebrew Wednesday, bloody hell, sorry, this is really rambling on now. I've got a brew upstairs that is going, it was a lager, cerveza with Tettnang hops. That's dry hopping just now. I've got the English ale that's on just now as well. It was a hop tea made with Cascade. And also the powder, the little sachet of powder, that was a Golding's hop powder. And I've recently found out from comments on that video that I think you get that in various kits. It must have been someone who decided didn't want to use it in their kit and they've sold it on eBay. I bought it. Thank you very much. I'm going to dry hop that English ale this weekend, and hopefully that's going to further increase the hop profile, flavour and aroma. I'm really looking forward to that. However, next beer brews, after these ones are bottled, I've got some of these, look. Finishing hops. Now, I didn't really, look at the size of it next to my face, it's not actually that big. There's 12 grams of hop pellets in here, in a tea bag. And what you do is you take hot boiling water, you put it in a cup, or a mug or something, and you put this hop tea bag in, and you let it sit for 10 minutes, and then you pour that and the tea bag, you just chuck the whole lot into your primary FV, and there you are. You've got something that is going to allegedly increase the hop profile of your brew. This one is East Kent Goldings, an English hop. I did want Saz. I ordered Saz for a lager, but didn't have any left. It was out of stock. I've got some Fuggles. And also, as you might remember, Stuart Bowman from the Brewdog Brewery in Fraserburgh, when I was up there recently, Willamette. He mentioned Willamette. Willamette apparently is one of the main hops in Budweiser. So it gets slagged off all the time. Oh my god, you're in Budweiser, Prince of Piss, etc. So, I don't know, I'm going to give that a bash. Now, also, another big CQ visits is coming up. Possibly two. One or two, we don't know yet, One is definitely on. I'm going to be visiting the Inver Almond Brewery, which is a craft brewery, a real ale / craft brewery in Perthshire in Scotland. It's not far from me, it's about half an hour's drive, and myself and my friend Andy, who's going to be my cameraman for the day, we're going to nip off and speak to Ken, the head brewer of the Inver Almond Brewery, and we're going to have a look at their operation, we're going to have a look at their hops, we're going to have a look at their grains, we're going to have a look at how they do their thing, and I really like their beers. One of my favourite beers that they make is called Leah Fail. My brother loves that beer, so he'll be watching the videos, and hopefully I'll get enough footage for a decent number of videos, a bit of a series, like the Brewdog ones. Okay, well, thanks to SJ Porr. Big thumbs up, dude. It's a big dude, so he needs some big thumbs up. That was a good Rockstar video, really enjoyed that. Would have been nice to have been in the actual video part, but then there's so many people that need to be included that it's just not possible to fit it into one Nickelback tune, realistically, I suppose. So we'll let him off with that. Enjoy the fruits of your labours. Brew beer. Or cider. Or wine, you know. Brew!